And better late than never, most of the results from Monday's Iowa caucuses are finally in. There is no official winner yet, but at least one candidate is taking a victory lap while the Democratic Party tries to clean up the mess that led to the unprecedented delay. So Naomi Ruchim is here to explain what went wrong.
Yeah, Laura, you know, this is not what Iowa Democrats or any Democrats really want to be focusing on right now, just a week before their next test in New Hampshire. So now that a majority of the results are in, candidates are making the most of where they stand. The results we have this morning have Iowa looking very close between a former mayor and a sitting senator. With 71% of precincts now reporting from all 99 of Iowa's counties, former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg leads the pack with 26.8% of Iowa's delegates. Senator Bernie Sanders isn't far behind with 25.2%, followed by Senator Elizabeth Warren, former Vice President Joe Biden, Senator Amy Klobuchar, Andrew Yang, and Tom Steyer. Though the results are not yet complete, Pete Buttigieg claimed victory during a campaign stop in New Hampshire.
A campaign that some said should have no business even making this attempt has taken its place at the front of this race.
While Bernie Sanders said it was too early to call.
I don't know how anybody declares victory before you have an official statement as to election results.
But an embarrassing cloud hangs over the Iowa caucuses and the Democratic Party's kickoff to this long-awaited run for the White House. Technical problems caused by a coding error in a new app delayed the release of results.
The bottom line is that we hit a stumbling block on the back end of the reporting of the data. But the one thing I want you to know, we know this data is accurate.
As for those remaining precincts, it's still unclear as to when Iowa's Democratic Party will release the outcome.
So, Naomi, do we know anything new this morning about this technical issue that caused this delay?
Well, we know, Laura, it was some sort of coding issue with the app itself, but there is more beyond that. Part of the problem is that these caucus workers weren't properly trained. They didn't know how to troubleshoot. And then beyond that, even the phone lines that they were supposed to call for help were totally backed up because everyone was having issues. Some of these caucus workers had to wait 2 hours on the phone just to get an answer. If the app failed, which they weren't expecting it to, then it did. About everything that could go wrong did
go wrong. And so a lot of people have expressed frustration, including candidates like Bernie Sanders. But could this debacle help some other candidates?
Well, right. For some candidates, they've lost their momentum, right? This was supposed to be a big night for them, especially heading into New Hampshire. For others, though, like Vice President Joe Biden, this might be a good thing because he finished fourth, which in any other case might have been a big headline as a front runner finishing so far behind in the pack. But because this whole mess up is now taking the headlines, people aren't focused so much on the fact that his numbers weren't in fact so great on Tuesday in Iowa.
And he can always fall back and say, look, all the precincts still are not reporting.
That's true. We don't know the answer yet.
Naomi, thank you.
Thank you.